April 30th, 1945. Berlin lay in ruins. Fires licked the skeletal remains of buildings, and black smoke curled into the sky like the dying breath of the Third Reich. The thunder of Soviet artillery rolled across the city, each explosion like a drumbeat for an empire crumbling into dust. Beneath the shattered streets, hidden deep within the Führer bunker, Adolf Hitler sat slumped over a map of Europe. His trembling fingers traced lost borders, his once burning eyes now dull and hollow. The bunker felt like a tomb, damp, suffocating, the air thick with despair. Eva Braun hovered nearby, her whispers of comfort ignored, her presence reduced to a fading shadow. Then, a knock, a sound so ordinary, so out of place in the dead silence, it made every soul in the room freeze. Hitler's head jerked toward the door. No one knocked anymore. It creaked open. A boy, barely a man, stood trembling in the doorway, his face smeared with ash, uniform torn and bloodied. "Mein Führer," he gasped, eyes wide with something more than fear. "We've intercepted a signal. It's not Russian. It's not human." A silence followed, heavy as stone. "Show me," Hitler rasped. The officer stepped forward, hands shaking as he passed over a sheet of paper. Strange symbols etched in perfect, alien geometry. The frequency was unlike anything known. Stranger still, when broadcast aloud, the sound had an eerie rhythm, low, pulsing, like a chorus of distant voices, whispering in unity. "We filtered a voice from the noise," the officer added almost in a whisper. "Play it," Hitler ordered. Static blared from the speakers, then the voice. It spoke perfect German, yet each word was warped, hollow, spoken with a strange cadence, as though the speaker wore a human tongue like a mask. "Adolf Hitler, your war is over, but your fate is not sealed." A chill cut through the room. Hitler lunged for the mic. "Who are you? Answer me!" But the voice was gone. Only the static remained, whispering, taunting. That night, while others bit into cyanide or embraced the cold kiss of a pistol, Hitler sat alone, staring at his revolver, listening to the silence, listening for the voice. Then another knock. The door creaked open. No guards, no soldiers, just a figure, tall, unnaturally tall, its form cloaked in a black so absolute it seemed to drink in the dim light. A veil of shifting shadows obscured its face, but its eyes, those eyes, burned with a cold, spectral blue. Hitler stood frozen. "You were meant for more," it said, the same voice from the radio, now a whisper in the air around him. "What are you?" he croaked, his voice brittle. The being didn't answer. It raised a hand, and the bunker around him dissolved. Darkness, endless, star-strewn void. Berlin burned far below, a dying ember. He floated, weightless, the earth beneath him like a memory. "What is this?" he gasped. The being loomed larger. "Your world dies, but your war does not have to end here." Something vast pressed into his mind, cold and ancient. Images seared into his thoughts. Cities of chrome and flame, titanic ships slicing through the void, battles beyond imagination. The Reich was meant to transcend borders, time, flesh. You were meant for more. And in that moment, he believed it. All his failures, his ruin, washed away in this revelation. "I accept," he said, trembling with awe. The being extended its hand. A heartbeat later, the bunker was empty. When Soviet soldiers breached the bunker hours later, they found no trace of Hitler, no body, no blood, only a faintly glowing radio, murmuring in a language no human could understand. Epilogue: The Führer's New War. Time passed. The world rebuilt. The ashes of the Reich faded into history, but far from Earth, among the blackened stars, a new war was rising. A fleet of obsidian ships hung above a nameless world, each vessel pulsing with impossible energy. At the helm of the largest, a throne of living metal, sat a figure, twisted, evolved. No longer human, yet within those eyes still burned the cold fire of ambition, of domination, of him. His voice, once feared across nations, now echoed through the vacuum of space. This time, We conquer eternity. And with a single command, the fleet surged forward. The stars themselves would soon learn the name, Adolf Hitler. Thank you. For watching more inspirational and historical stories, like and subscribe the channel Speakifiee.